Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another stadium game. I had to upload a Moira game today. I mean, okay, the last one was also a Moira game. But I had to upload one today because Moira's getting a rework. That's kinda cool. A bit nervous though, because typically, whenever Blizzard touch Moira, she gets worse. So normally, we are just praying that Blizzard leave Moira alone. Unless they, of course, gave her an extra 25 health. That would be nice. Who knows what's going to happen in the regular patch notes. But in terms of the stadium rework, we haven't got much information. If you're here looking for all of that information, we don't have a lot. The only thing that they showed in the trailer was Moira being able to detonate her orbs. Now, there was a fun game mode which allowed Moira to do exactly that. And I mean, I have clips in a video somewhere where we just fade into the back line and just detonate the orbs and kill a squishy in one shot. And yeah, Stadium, you know, we can build ability power, right? That might be kind of crazy. I don't know how they're going to balance that, but you might find that there's going to be a lot of Moiras fading at you, detonating the orbs, and yeah, you're going to need some defensive items. I assume it's probably going to be able to one-shot a squishy, or if not, be very close to it. Anyway, in this game, we're up against Orisa, Genji. We messed up that fade, by the way. Freya, Anna, and a Moira. On our team, we've got Doomfist, Tracer, Soldier, Moira, and Brig. As we pressure the Freya, do manage to get them down. We're in a great position here. Anna's not going to escape, surely. Anna gets killed. Genji also eliminated. Great start for our team, even with the messed up fade. That I was indecisive whether I was going to jump out the window or like just go out the door, and we kind of just messed up both. So we've also gone for chain grass, we've gone for weapon grease electrolytes, and I want to say stratosphere, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Either way, the goal is generally chain grasp off of the Orisa and hopefully kill the squishies nearby. It's a pretty solid game plan. Of course, if the squishy does get low and chain grasp is running out, we've got to swap targets like that. But it means we also put out some damage over onto the tank as we fade into the back line now. Coalescence, because we saw Anna use the sleep, but the nades kind of annoyed us and we get stuck again. Yeah. That was not my finest work. Enemy team on the objective. Doomfist probably needs to retreat this one, but we all know Doomfist players. They go in, even though he's gone in a bit late, but I thought he was just going to immediately jump in low health. At least he got his health back up. So I got no problem with this because it's just cash generation. We heal up the Tracer. Can't heal that Doomfist up here. He does have ult though, so that's okay. Enemy team up to 30%. We fire a heal orb. Even though he's antied, we're hoping that the anti runs out. Have to fade out of the Orisa ult there. They are nanoed, but we don't have to engage that just yet. Heal orb over onto the point. Orisa is very much isolated here. Going to get eliminated. And our team is going to retake the point. Okay, here lots of footsteps. Is a Genji. Don't care if you deflect the orb because it's all about the grasp. I will say in this game, I play quite badly. Not gonna lie, I play badly. Like I don't expect flames in the comments, but I'm just letting you know I'm not delusional. This is not my best game. There we tried to body block the Orisa. It seemed like a good idea. She didn't touch the objective, but I actually think she doesn't make it to the objective anyway, and all we did there was give her a kill. So yeah, I still would go for that every single time, but not. I mean, the result didn't work out. Right, what are we going to do in this round? We see Orisa's on the deflect build, which means she normally goes for that shield build as well and builds loads of attack speed. So I'm weapon jammer and shield buster, and then we kind of realized we've got 920 cash left and we can't get anything else. And that makes weapon jammer actually really inefficient. Because we could fill up with the greens and the blues, we could get advanced antibiotics, we could get wrist wraps, then we could get weapon grease, and we can get compensator, keep electrolytes. I think that's 1,000 too much, but so yeah, weapon jammer being really inefficient. I'm looking at the items and thinking, yeah, maybe, you know what? Let's just go weapon jammer shield buster. The shake of the camera there is I know this is not very good. Okay, but I wanted to try it out. So we do still have like pretty decent stats. You can just get more stats. The key thing here is that Orisa had 25% attack speed, and whenever we grasp her, we're going to reduce that down. You know, we're going to cost her like, I don't know, 2,000 or whatever, effectively 10% attack speed costs. So we're kind of reducing her money at the same time we're reducing our own efficiency. We're just attacking the Orisa here. She is very much isolated. Does spear us though. Oof. Brig in to save the day. Okay. Stood still hoping that the Ana would miss the sleep. I know that sounds weird, but just trust me, bro. I said bro. Ugh. Just like the video, and I won't do it again. Right, Freya eliminated. Okay, there's the Ana up top, but she's going to run away. Now we've seen a Genji. But the Ana's now shooting us, and the Moira's weak and faded back. But we fade, but she's getting healed by the Ana, and then the Orisa comes around the corner. Possibly the worst decision making I've ever made in my life. Maybe should have just gone for the Ana. Like, even if she's running around the corner up top, we could have just chased. I don't know. It's kind of terrible, but look, sometimes a terrible start makes for an interesting game. And I didn't upload this game just because it's a game to upload, right? I like there to be something in the games that I put out there for you guys. Like, I play a few games a day normally, and something normally happens in at least one of them. So this is the one for today. Right, chain grasp over onto the Orisa, expecting the ult. We do fade back of that. Immediate coalescence to heal up any teammates that do take damage from it. It's unlikely that the Orisa's going to get the kills there, but they can take players low health, and then a follow-up spear and a bit of attacking can put them in a bad position. We're trying to heal the Brig up. Okay, kind of recovered there. She's in a bit more danger. Orb onto the Genji, chain grasp onto the Orisa. Brig's surviving in there. Gonna fade behind, go for the Moira. Okay, our turn to make some objective progress. 50 seconds remaining. We haven't got far to push it, so we should take the lead here. Question is, can we hold it? Okay, we see the Ana. Bit scary. I think she's got electrolyte. She had a bunch of overhealth there, which is kind of cool. I don't see anyone buying it despite being the best item in the game. Okay, damage over onto the Moira. I might add, the Moira didn't buy anything this round. Like, they still have only one power and they're green items. So, yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. I mean, obviously they were just like AFK for this, but we do get taken down by the Orisa, trying to max out how much damage we take before we fade. You know, we want to tank some, otherwise she just changes targets and shoots someone else. So if we can fade out after tanking some damage, our team are generally healthier. So it's like healing by proxy. My excuse for never healing players. But it works. It's not just about damage. In other words, we try to deal damage and reduce enemy damage, right? It's not about just killing everything. That is my whole style. I find them to be the most efficient way. If you just heal players, you don't solve any problems, right? All you do is you keep your players alive, but the enemy team's still attacking. If you're dealing damage, then you do kind of solve a problem because you put players weak, you make enemy supports think, you obviously get kills and stuff, right? Players move out of position, do less damage that way. I feel like DPS is far superior to healing in general. That doesn't mean never heal. It just means, you know, be aware that you need to be doing some damage. You need to be getting additional value. See, I mean, we did a fair bit of healing there. Okay, not quite as tanky as I thought. We're hoping with cross orbal, but wasn't meant to be. Enemy team getting very, very close though. And I tell you what, I am really missing electrolytes. Oh. Didn't think we were going to win that round. I mean, okay, I knew we were going to win it. I played the game already. But for you guys, generally, none of you guys thought we were winning that round there. We thought our team's left the point or they've killed us. No, no, no. Enemy team are the ones to leave the point. And we did manage to cap. Right, let's get off this build. This is ridiculous. Considering what items to get here. Advanced antibiotics. Aftermarket firing pin leaves us 5,300. We could actually have taken something like wrist wraps and the money kind of works out a little bit better. I mean, we still could take wrist wraps now, right? And then cheeky 5%. Oh, no electrolytes. I want that item back. That item is just amazing. If you play aggressively in this game and you try to max out tanking players and flanking and pressure, electrolytes is just such a good item. Someone in the YouTube comments on the last video was saying, why electrolytes? Surely the other items are better. No, 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 no. Electrolytes is amazing. First of all, you're going to generate more cash when you have electrolytes, because every time you die, you're going to get back to the action quicker. That means more damage, more healing. It could potentially mean more round wins, right? But just focus on the cash generation here. Secondly, when I push up straight away out of spawn, the first thing I tend to do is W towards them and try and chain grasp the whole big group of players. You notice how we go the sort of direct route? Well, I've got an extra 100 health to do that with. Okay, it's already gone, but otherwise we might need healing right now. Now we can just stay here, and all this extra damage that we're dealing now is because of electrolytes. Okay, so yeah, the item doesn't do anything now, except we just died, and now we get to spawn again, and we get back to the action quicker with another 100 health to push forward with, right? That's why I like this item. Just, it's going to make my fades quicker, like coming out of spawn. It's okay. We've still got a little bit of the overhealth left. Genji's stripped that off now. But we are back out here, and we're asking them questions. I mean, okay, look, we get electrolytes value again. So far, we're going to have 300 overhealth from a 1,000 item. We've dealt 1,400 damage. We're dying a lot, and our team is losing, but imagine if we didn't have electrolyte. We're going to have 400 overhealth from electrolytes. 400 overhealth just for 1k. Sorry, not 400, 4,000 overhealth. No, wait, no, it's 400. Guys, I'm tired. You might be able to tell. I mean, look, this is not the best game, and it's not the best commentary either. Like, let's talk about the Moira rework. So Moira is we've already covered it. Fine, let's just try and chain grasp everyone to death. Moira's low health. Chain grasp off somebody. She does use her ult. Let's focus Freya instead. Coalescence on her as well. We're going to fade a bit earlier. We do make adaptations. Can't fire the orb yet. I need to get in chain grasp range. Never mind. We'll just use Coalescence. Moira's faded. No idea where she's going, so let's chase down the Freya. Ooh, up in the sky. Freya's eliminated the entire Coalescence. Onto the Orisa. It's hitting the Ana at the back, though. The chain grasp, she just wasn't out of range. It looked like she was, but not quite. And then the orb came in as well just to finish her off. So we also get the Ana down. That's pretty nice. That puts us in a great position to eliminate the Orisa. And hopefully catch up on the objective. We fire an orb here just because we'll have another orb by the time we need to actually use chain grasp. So it's just free. Okay, let's get some heals onto our Brig. Chain grasp onto the Moira, hitting the Genji. Genji very low. Genji eliminated. Moira goes down, courtesy of the Doomfist. Freya is behind, but we're going to pressure the Ana. She could sleep one of us, but not both of us. Went in for the nade. Does get killed. Orisa forced out of the point. Don't know if there's still somebody behind us here, but tank a little bit of that damage, and we're back into safety. Also meant we dealt a lot of damage over onto the Orisa. She does get taken down. Couldn't get there in time. Gonna fade this Genji because the Genji's been kind of deleting us, so we're not gonna tank the damage from the Genji if we can avoid it. Again, adaptations. Okay, Moira faded right in front of us. That's fine. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna get more into the Moira, like not buying anything last round. The surprising thing is Moira earned the same cash as me. I had my weapon jammer and shield buster, right? The Moira just had the green items, and the cash was basically identical. Like, we would have been in a much worse position. I mean, well, maybe she would have got like 1 or 2k more cash. Still, she's back to buying now. And, I mean, we stomped the cash on that round. 3-0 the score. Okay, Void Hoppers. We're not making the Phantasm mistake from the last game. Void Hoppers definitely... Okay, I always used to get Phantasm because if we would get, like, Cyber Venom in this round, which, to be honest, we probably should do, but the cash just worked out for Eye of the Spider with our current build. But in the event that we get Cyber Venom, it is going to give us another orb to apply the debuffs. So... yeah, I think in that situation, I'd always get Phantasm. But recently I found that with the way that I play kind of aggressive, not that much healing on my team, Void Hoppers allows me to save players while I'm dealing damage, while I'm just doing the normal things that I do. Like I push forward, chain grasp on players. My team usually move forward with me and then I fade back and they're kind of left a little bit isolated. So getting Void Hoppers gives them a bit of overhealth, and that can buy the time for me to just get kind of behind them, fire out a cross-orbal orb, and run towards them, and that little bit of health and cleansing any negative effects they've got on them. Really, really useful. So I tend to find actually when you proactively use Void Hoppers, it can be really, really strong on Moira. Like, I'm sure most of you guys know that anyway, right? But for me, a kind of max damage player, it's surprising like how good it is and fits into my playstyle. Right, Genji, see what we mean by we're respecting it. Panic now. Oh, Genji's got jet skates. Now we are aware that they might jump down onto us here, but we do have our fade. If we get basically take any damage from Genji like that, we're gonna fade away. Again, Void Hopper's gonna be so good here. As we fade back here, I mean, we potentially save someone from the Genji there. No one's in range of the chain grasp to hit the Orisa. And with overhealth on nade. Okay, Genji didn't get in and get the touch. We do manage to secure the point. Doom Fist. Can we get Void Hoppers? Okay, we pushed a bit too far forward there. Yeah, just a bit too far forward. That jump at the end wasn't that good. It's because I saw somebody get stuck by the Freya, and in my head I just kind of went, oh, I'll Void Hoppers them, but I need to get closer, so then I faded closer. Something like that. Remember the comment where I said I'm a bit tired? Yeah, yeah. So we hear the Genji footsteps, really loud footsteps. Kind of want to push that, but I'm not going to be able to do that, and... let's just not talk about that one. Look, I probably have the highest deaths per 10 out of any high-ranked player. Yeah, we're not happy with that one. But I also feel like I get some of the highest value out of any high-ranked Moira, so it's a trade-off. Sometimes it goes wrong. That case was catastrophically bad. Okay, Tracer got shot by the Ana from choke, so I don't think that's on me. We do get eliminated again. No surprise. No electrolytes. We missed the electrolytes. Look how slow we are. Coalescence. If we had electrolytes, we would have saved Doomfist there. Oh, players group near the Orisa. No, we kind of dropped down. Chain grasp, anything? Fade up top, straight into the Freya. We do get eliminated there. Still dealt 4,000 damage. You know, it's basically second highest out of all the players there. The Genji, no, actually third highest. Orisa had more as well. Still a decent amount of damage, but look at that cash earned. That was such a bad round. It's horrible. Got 21k damage earned so far, but I never want to see a 7,000 cash round. That's just embarrassing. Why did you upload this game, Arcs? Okay, Cyber Venom, I think it's time. Got a bit of cash on the table. We could sell advanced antibiotics. Could sell wrist wraps as well here. Even though wrist wraps is quite good because it gives some AP for cross orbal as well. And also 10 health. Don't underestimate the 10 health. Yeah, so we can sell that one as well. Sell Eye of the Spider because the cash was like 9,000. And with this, I feel like we can get a better combination of 3 items. I was thinking about Volskaya Ordnance because of the Orisa. It's a little weird how it works with Chain Grasp. I'll go into it maybe at this once we've decided to build, but Phantasmic Flux could be quite nice, but I feel like we'll lack the damage. Super Flexor, good for the AP, good for the... I mean, it's basically a wrist wraps upgrade, right? Iridescent Iris will give us 1k, which we could buy some attack speed or ability power. Vanadium, though. Okay, the money's a little bit awkward.
The arena is calling. Our teams have 20
Okay, we get our electrolytes back. Now, here's something which I like doing. Selling Shield Buster to get talent modification module. And it's kind of simple. Shield Buster is going to give you 5% weapon power and then 15% attack speed when you attack armor, but talent modification module is going to give you 15% weapon power. So Shield Buster is a little bit better against armor, but a lot worse against everything else. And I feel like if you've got 2k cash left over and one of your items is Shield Buster and there's nothing else you want to upgrade, a good stick from the Freya there, then it makes sense to just buy that item. Oh, Moira's getting very low. Phantasm Orb, we have to fade early. She gets the Cross Orbal Orb. We were both following the orbs, but the Genji came to play, and that is all she wrote. Just pressuring the Freya there. Soldier sitting on the high ground at the back. I swear I lose this map all the time because DPS love to just sit at the back on the high ground, and yeah, they don't get that much value. I know it's scary jumping down there, but okay, Freya down, but we're gonna get eliminated here as well. I know it's scary for DPS to jump down, but they need to put their health on the line a little bit more. And there are other places you can play, like over, well, right or left side, really. Just sitting on that top, you get shot at, and that high ground doesn't benefit you too much unless you're like against a Rhine or something. Oh, Genji, we've got 34 health. Okay, we've got the heal orb. Okay, fade all the way back to spawn. I was tempted to give the Brig the heals there, but I feel like we needed to get back out. Yeah, against like a Rhyme, because you could get pinned, right? But the thing about high ground advantages is that it allows you to disengage because the enemy team can't like see up when you step backwards. And that's basically the whole point of high ground. But on that little ledge, you don't step back to disengage. You just walk behind cover, and you could do that on any other kind of walled area. You don't need to be on the high ground. The only difference, I guess, is that they can't just run up to you. But, I mean, look, we just faded up there. Moira not going to fade far enough with that one. So enemy team on 99%. Genji's here. Chain Grass just running out. We put some pressure on them here. Okay, fade back a little bit earlier. We do survive that time. Our Brig, Void Hoppers. Okay, looks like she's looking for an ult there. Pushing forward, but health pretty low. Chain Grasp, can it get anybody? Tracer does, though. Let's attack the Freya. A bit scary, she's got quite a bit of life steal. But with a little bit of help from, well, the entire team, will you take her down 52%? Win the round, win the game. Genji's already pushed. Well, at least kind of gone for a flank. Void Hoppers. I really want to delay that to try and just stop all the damage, but I think it's just safe to fade out and give the players the overhealth. Okay, Genji's scary here. Went for the Doomfist. We're going to have to fade. I don't know if we got Void Hoppers on them. Genji now, we're kind of low health. Jet skates forward. He's just cleaning up. Orisa finishing them off. And that's pretty much our whole team dead. Don't think anybody's going to get there in time. Good play from the Genji.
Looks like the win was three this round. Here's our score. 3-2.
Wow, look at that cash difference.
Let's have a look at our MVP.
Enemy team's like 17k cash ahead of us. That's a little bit scary. Some players on our team not earning too much. Tracer really not earning much. But then again, you don't see Tracers earn that much. I think the hero's a little bit... I don't know. I think you could get Mercy ruled with a Tracer quite often. Considered multi-ball. Actually seriously considered it. one of the reasons is because of the rework that's coming up. I was like, maybe I should get multiple there. Ah, look at that. We haven't got enough cash. But I think Phantasm's the better choice just because it gives us a separate cooldown. Obviously, we're against a Genji that gets close range, and that's going to help deal damage to that. I don't know what to spend 8,800 cash on. I'm looking to see if it's worth me selling one of the other items. Like, you could sell Iridescent Iris, get 2k back from that because it's 12k, and buy like a 10k item and an 11k. And it's probably better, but I considered selling off Cyber Venom. That would have, it gives me an extra 500, would allow me to get something else, maybe salvage slugs or something. But in the end, we just say, let's just get talent modification module again instead of super flexor. I can see how that goes. Enemy Moira, similar build, no chain grasp, instead multi-ball. But of course, we're on most of our anti-sustain build. It is my favorite. If you guys watch my video, you'll certainly know that. So it just gives us crazy cooldown reduction. Vanadium gives us enough tankiness for health. We've got good damage. Hard light accelerator stacks also adding up. You know, if we fade orb and then hit, well, that's hard light accelerator is going to give us 20% weapon power. We faded back to the objective there, but noticed that Brig was already on it. So chain grasp here. Let's fade early. We don't want repeats of all of our previous mistakes in every other round. Orissa's in a bit of trouble. Void Hopper's over health. She does get killed though before she detonates, which is pretty handy for us. Fade aggressive forward. Freya taken down. Moira's still in there. Should be alright. I think she's used all her cooldowns. Okay, chain grasp again. Same early fade. Making sure that we have, you know, a couple of 100 health before we do that. It looks like she wants another ult again. It's crazy. There's no way she has it. I mean, this is looking good so far. Enemy team not moving. Cheeky little fade jump up top to contest the Freya. We've got a lot of cooldown reduction. Okay, she does just about escape. Anna's there as well. Lucky the spear didn't hit. There is a Moira on point. We just walked into all of those stationary orbs. Bounce a heal orb for ourselves. Fade back with that cooldown reduction. Super helpful. Brig does get taken down though. Chain grasp gets the Genji. Doomfist. We can void hoppers through barriers. We can void hoppers through pretty much anything. Another one. Look at this. All those cleanses. They do manage to get the Doomfist down, but Orisa gets traded in return. Cleanse onto the soldier. Heal orb kind of in the soldier's direction. Gonna fade all the way back. Don't hit us. Oof, Genji did. It wasn't a Freya shot. Bit scared of that one. That's a Freya shot. But we've got fade again because of the cooldown reduction. Now Vanadium's online. We get like 35% cooldown reduction. And that just allows us to do this. And wait. What? Whoa. What? Our tank left. No. That's the worst thing that could happen right now. I don't think we can stand in front of an Orisa. Like... Oh, that's just unlucky. Somehow we... Okay, ooh. Right, tank's back. But enemy team's getting it almost to the end here. We had it so far. They just did this in one push. Phantasm Orb on the Genji is rotating around. We've got to stand there, but we're taking a lot of damage from the Orisa. Let's get in towards the point. Thank God my team did as well there. Orisa ult, let's make sure that we're touching the point. Players down, Phantasm Orbs and flat bounces. See if it can keep us alive against the Genji. Again, cooldown reduction. Phantasm, definitely the better choice here. We've got Void Hoppers if players are nearby. It looks like a couple of them were. We do take the Genji down with these orbs. Same strategy. We're getting the kills here. Freya now, if she pushes towards the objective, there's a Phantasm Orb waiting. And we do manage to just about survive that one. 37,500 damage. Some healing numbers. 76k cash. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. You see all my human mistakes. I mean, if you watch the videos, you'll know that I die quite a lot. And I don't care because we still achieve a lot. And that's the risk that we take. And some people don't understand it. They're all about their deaths per 10. But not me. I'm all about my value. Guys, GG. We'll see you in the next one. Could vote the Doomfist. Actually, the Genji played.